With each new season, phase, level of maturity, we are required to increase our capacity to communicate with the people that we love the most. And that increase doesn't always feel easy. Aloha, my name is Sabbath Kapahu. Welcome to Invited Back. We are continuing in a deep dive mini-series based on the sessions at Stimulate Summit. Today I'm going to talk about the session called Thriving in Career and Communication. I had a chance to interview Kyra Santos, who's a tech sergeant with the Hawaii Air National Guard, a mom of 3, a business owner, and a wife to her high school sweetheart. She shared with us how her journey in communicating with her husband started way back in the 11th grade when they first started dating. Really early on in their relationship, they had to lay a foundation of big decision making together. If you're married, you know what that season of dating is like. You are trying to figure out every little detail of the future without knowing anything about really what's going to happen. And then especially at that young of an age, if we can even remember to what it was like back then, every decision felt like it was either going to make or break us. So to be in such a young age with a person that you're trying to figure out what you're supposed to do with and learning to communicate was the foundation of Kyra and her husband's relationship. They decided to join the Air National Guard together, and then they got married. They started their careers at a young age, working, leading, thriving, learning, and then they began their family. They now have 3 sons and are thriving because of the community that she has so strongly said that has supported them throughout the years. And she encouraged us that the way that we can thrive in communication and career is to have a community that surrounds you, centered on something that is bigger than yourself, centered on something that you can always turn, lean, and really dig into as the core of your relationship with your spouse and as the center of the community that you find yourself in. She talked about the necessity to be able to communicate openly and honestly about everything under the sun. Now, everything under the sun changes with each season. There are times that we have no idea the things that we're not able to communicate about until we reach a new level of our capacity being stretched beyond belief, and then we realize, oh, there is something tucked away back there that I didn't even know I needed to share, but now is the time. She talked about the courage that it takes to have the hard conversations no matter what, to trust that you and your partner are in this together and will support each other no matter what. That means new dreams, new business ideas, new seasons as a couple or in your family with your kids. Whatever it is that you feel like you are struggling with, whatever it is you need help with, whatever it is you need encouragement in, we need to be able to communicate these things with our partner, with our spouse, so that we can work together towards that thriving career and communication level that we were called to. I loved that Kyra shared her husband is an ukulele enthusiast, which I am so familiar with his impact on the ukulele community worldwide. He is so passionate about it. It just kind of oozes out of him if you know Larry. But she was not a ukulele player. And she always thought, what is the point if I'm not going to sound good? And that makes sense. But also she realized how important this was to him. And so she made his passion her passion. And she took initiative to learn. And then she began to partner with him in his organization. And today they work together with Ukulele Project Hawaii in making an impact on each keiki, one ukulele at a time. But that took intentionality. And that took a commitment to partnership on a level that says, because this is important to you, I'm going to make it important to me. And the beautiful thing that she shared with us is that has turned around, and now she has started her own business, and he has done the same exact thing, supported her all through every step. And not just in an encouraging, go get 'em, you can do it, but in I'm going to challenge you to lay out a business plan and to make it work. I'm going to challenge you to come up with the money to front your first product line, and I'm going to give you permission to step out into a new space, totally out of your comfort zone, and encourage you through challenging you, through upping your level of communication. Now, in the beginning of this video, I mentioned how with each new season and phase of maturity, we are required to increase our communication capacity, and that is not always easy. Let me tell you, and Kyra and I were talking about this in our session, that as business owners, there is a whole new level of the necessity to communicate about all the details that go into not only running a business, but being a mom, taking care of all the needs of each of your kids that are individually, uniquely created with different passions, with different frustrations, with different needs, and to communicate with your husband, who is always changing, who is the foundation of the things that we need our household to build on in order to have this thriving career that we have set out to do together, but as a business owner in your own right. There are so many layers to thriving in career and communication, and we just touched on the surface of those things, but so fun to journey together in this season of motherhood and business and family. And I would encourage you to stay tuned next week. We're going to talk about some resources that we shared in the worksheets, and then in a few more videos or sessions after that, we're going to share some clips from our actual session at Stimulate Summit, where the goal is to be encouraged, gain confidence, and build stamina for the long haul. To be reminded that we need spaces to have the conversations that we've always wanted to have. We need each other on this journey. And that is why I am sharing these sessions from Stimulate Summit and hoping to give you a little bit of encouragement and a reminder that you are not alone. Until next time, aloha.